Hey guys, welcome back to the Best Bite Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a 4th of July cake because 'tis the season. So the cake is going to be a red velvet cake and some coconut frosting, blueberry compote, and some fresh berries on top. I'm going to start by melting chocolate for my red velvet cake. Once this chocolate is all melted, I'm going to start grabbing my dry ingredients. So for the dry ingredients, I'm gonna measure out 1 3/4 cups of flour, some baking soda, and a little bit of salt. I'm gonna whisk those together and then move on to my wet ingredients. For the wet ingredients, I'll need my sugar, my eggs, and oil. I got this recipe from food.com. You can find the link in the description box below, and as well as all the other links to the recipes I used for this video. I'm also going to use my food processor to blend some cooked beets into a puree. This will give the cake a great red color without food coloring. I like red velvet cake, but I don't always love the idea of eating a bunch of food coloring with my chocolate cake. So by using beets, I can get a natural red color without changing the flavor. I'll add the beet puree and chocolate to my batter now and mix that up until it is all incorporated. Now I'll mix the dry and wet together, trying not to overmix. Once all the clumps of flour are gone, I can pour the batter into the pan. I'm using a bundt pan because I love the look, and sometimes layer cakes take a bit too much time and hassle putting frosting between all the layers. It just becomes a lot of work sometimes. It actually ended up being a bit more brown than I was hoping, but I will be adding more color with the decorations. So the cake is done now, so I'm going to take that out of the oven and turn it out onto a wire rack to cool. I want to top this cake with a little coconut frosting. It's important to have your butter at room temperature when making your buttercream. I've tried making buttercream with cold butter before, and this just makes your buttercream clumpy and overall disappointing. I kept adding coconut extract a little bit at a time because this stuff is so strong, and I've had some problems in the past with adding too much. So when I can taste the coconut and it's a good amount of coconut extract, I can move on to the rest of my decorating. A great way to add color to frosting is to take a toothpick and dip it in some gel food coloring. You can create a sort of stripe by dragging the toothpick along the side of the piping bag. You can use 1 or more colors. I'm going to do red and blue this time. So now I have red, white, and blue, and I'm also gonna add some blueberry compote. I took out the bits of blueberry and the blueberry skins just to make it almost more of a syrup. Now I can start assembling the cake. I'll add some frosting in little swirls on the top. Now you can really see the 4th of July colors, although if I could do it again, I would have added a bit more red to the piping bag. The coconut frosting almost looks like little stars, which gives a pretty cool look to the cake. I'll drizzle a little bit of compote onto each bit of frosting. And then I'll add some blueberries, 1 onto each swirl of frosting. I'm also gonna take a few strawberries to add a bit more red. I'll slice them pretty thin, but also thick enough to stand up. I'll add a blob of frosting between each swirl and place a strawberry slice on top. To finish it off, I'll give it a dusting of some powdered sugar. Here's a clip of me sharing this cake with my dad and my sister. So this cake is great for anyone who doesn't like a lot of icing with their cake. It's really rich and nice and moist. I hope this video inspired you to make a cake yourself, and have a great 4th of July.